this has been 4 years in the making, at least for me. Because, as you can see in the title, the Gepetto Jackson interview, um, you know, it's always one of my opportunities and opportunity and I'm always interested about the case and the person a part of this case. And when I heard about Gepetto Jackson, um, I was complexed because I don't know Gepetto Jackson and he doesn't know me. Um, so when I first heard about him, and then when I heard about him the second time, I was like, I'm interested because he did a song with one of my one of the most talented people in the world, which is Waka Flocka and Quincy Brown, and I was surprised and shocked that he actually did a song with them. And you also know Omarion and Marcus Houston. I was surprised, and I want to get to really meet this guy and have a conversation with this guy. And but as soon as we got to talking about this interview, he was going through legal troubles, and I was shocked at the receptions and the case surrounding him and what he had to go through. I think that it was supposed to be civil, but it turned to criminal because somebody from his past wants to throw him into the lions. And nobody's perfect and nobody's, either a saint or an angel, but it's just a testament to humanity that people can make a mistake. I think that people could be redeemed in a lot of ways that us humans should know that we ain't perfect either. So, with no introduction, he has no need for an introduction. And I consider him a friend. I consider him a role model for positive influences. And again, here is my interview with Gepetto Jackson. But before I played this interview, I just want to put up a disclaimer that nobody has been paid to do this interview. Not even me, not even Gepetto. So, here is the interview.
Hello?
Hey, Gepetto.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, I'm so excited for this interview.
No, it's okay. What's going on, man? Same here.
It's been 4 years.
Yeah, it's been 4 years. 4 years.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with this first question. I think it's kind of the obvious question, which is how do you feel now that you have been free from prison?
It's real exhausting. It's one of those feelings where you're just grateful for everything. It's just, you get to see everything. You get to open the refrigerator. You get to just do the normal routines that you've done before. So, I'm just grateful, man. I'm in a good spot right now. Very relaxed.
Wow. I don't know what it's like to be in that position, and I don't want to be coming off as rude. And, I would never know what it's like to be in anyone's position, either way. But I'm glad that you're happy now and excited for new adventures for you and what your accomplishments for 2021.
Of course.
So, but I think that the question should be is that, do you have something planned for 2021?
As of now, it's just, I would say, just really regrouping. Really, the image changed. I was able to actually take that opportunity of having my own personal space and recreating and reformatting the plan, for something righteous. you know, a lot of us are deaf, dumb, and blind, and we don't realize what our, you know, what our purpose in life is when we're placed on this earth for it. So that time, that 4 years, I was actually able to evaluate my situation and, you know, figure out what's the better for me, the betterment. And now I know what's better. So right now it's just still at the point where I'm going through my notes, personal notes, and, you know, I'm preparing for something that's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's actually a good plan. That's actually a good plan.
One step at a time.
That's right. And for me, I think that for younger people that don't really know who you are, I think this question is a little bit self-explanatory. I think to say, you know, just tell me or the viewers a little bit about yourself if you don't mind, because I think that it'll be right, you know, to younger viewers.
All right. Well, I mean, obviously, you know, the real name is Andre, man, a.k.a. Gepetto Jackson. You know, you see me numerous times on World Star Hip Hop. You see me in videos, you know, in the past with, you know, a lot of the Jacksons, you know, Genevieve, City, you know, J. Hospital Jackson, beside Little Latoya, different people. You know, I was able to, you know, kind of bring the legacy from the second generation together and do something different for that. You know, even though, you know, I got the back end of the slander, you know, controversy and, you know, a lot of stuff, the negativity online with the defamation, but at the same time, when you filter it out, you look through everything, you know, you get to see the genius in it. And it's a beautiful thing, you know, it's like, and, you know, at the same time, past that, I work with a lot of other people, you know, numerous artists, you know, just at the same time, I haven't been able to put my career on a certain platform, but I'm thankful for what, you know, God has done for me so far. So at this point in time, you know, for the listeners, you know, you can go on YouTube and actually go through the good and the bad, and you make a decision yourself. You know, you can become a supporter of my craft, or you could just be another person that kind of like ridicules. But regardless, at the end of the day, you know, God prevails, and I'm just, you know, happy that I'm here again.
Wow. You know, I kind of feel it was the same way, you know, like, I was talking to TJ Jackson, you know, it's kind of obvious. And for the younger generations, when it comes to music, I think that a lot of people should be, especially younger artists that are coming out of the works today, they should be humble, and they don't need a co-sign or like that. Just they need to be humble and really just enjoy their crafts and etc. Something of that sort.
Mm-hmm.
So, so I'm going to ask you another question that I always ask, you know, is that what is your favorite song that you did that if you had that same opportunity to do the whole song all over again, would you do it again?
I'll probably do all my songs over. I'll probably sit back now that I listen to a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
I just see a lot of the mistakes in the songs, and a lot of the songs have a lot of charisma, but I mean, it's just I just feel like a lot of things could be critiqued, you know. So,
wow.
But you know, I don't really have a favorite. I don't. I feel like every last one of them is different.
Wow. I think for me, I don't really have any favorites either, because all of them, what you did is a classic for me. Like, I can't really list all of them because all of them are great in their own right.
All right.
So, and especially with this question involved one of the songs that you did, which was Cash Money Party with Kasky, whom is signed to Cash Money Records. Like, take me back a little bit back in time to where you were recording the song, and did you consider to do a feature with Kasky or something of that nature where it was going to be just you or it was going to be both?
Oh, and you said was going to be both of us on the Cash Money Party?
Either yourself or just a feature with him.
No, when we did the song, it was kind of like set up to do so. We were actually supposed to do the video for the song, but like at the time I was going through legal trouble, so we weren't able to pursue it. But it was just it's a beautiful song. I love it. I just try to give like a fun feel, a Billboard type of record. We try to reach the masses with that one. But at the same time, it's still eligible to bring it to a different level. I will soon. I'll still be able to put it on some type of platform. At the least, probably where I start hip hop. But we'll see what happens.
Okay. And just like it was with Kasky, what was the origin and the concept of the song that you did with Grammy awarded and R&B singer Chris Brown called "You're So Beautiful"? Like, what was the concept behind it, and what's the origin of it?
The concept and the origin was basically of human trafficking. Basically, where a girl, I was trying to actually inspire her that she doesn't need that. Tell her that she's beautiful. She doesn't need to live that life. Like even through the scars and whatever she's been through, I'm still going to treat her like a human being. Because human trafficking is very, very cruel. And it's something that, needs to come to an end. Because it can happen to any one of our family members, our sisters, or even male figures. So, it's one of the things I had to just touch the topic, and they've been cracking down on it. So I'm definitely like, that's one of my favorite songs. To be honest, just because of the message in the song. It's a beautiful song.
Wow. I never thought of it that way until just now because, like it was something that, like I said with the previous songs that you have done, but I think this one has the most impact on because I don't think that a lot of people don't really, because there are, and unfortunately in this country and all around the world, there are human trafficking going on. And I believe that it's like the 2017 version of We Are the World. And I believe that a lot of people should really open their eyes to see the tragedies of human trafficking. And I believe that with that song, I believe that a lot of people can really open their ears and really say, this song, appeals to a lot of people, no matter what age you are.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I understand.
Yeah. And I know that we had conversations before about this certain topic, and I know that but I have to be honest with you and honest with the viewers because the Paul Altman Show is based off a little bit of honesty and not deceiving with people. So I was just going to come out and say this question is that, do you think that the reason why the legal systems and that you had to go through was that the fact that the media and the people that were behind the whole situation was that people say that, quote unquote, that you were the son of Jermaine Jackson, and do you think that like a lot of people had like Instagram because of it, or
I don't think anybody had a problem with what it was. I just think people they were really concerned about the success in it. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't concern. You got to think about it. Like, it is a secret son to everything, but I think people were just legitimately like scared because of the success in the work and what was being done.
And to end this kind of a question is that I think that a lot of people had asked me over the years about, especially certain fans, because like they know that I have been talking to you like that because I don't sugarcoat anything. And is that let's see when I find this the rest of this question. Do you have any grudges against Jermaine or the rest of the Jackson family? Because people are trying to make out certain allegations that like, oh, you were just in it for the money, you're in it for the fame and whatnot. So can you like kind of like a little bit explain with that one?
I mean, that's very much blasphemy. I mean, why would I have it in it out for the family? That's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, that's the type of stuff that, people are going to put out, which is propaganda. It's straight propaganda. And at the time, I can't entertain it because it just never will be entertained, as the person I am and the ones that I deal with. Because at the same time, like I told you, this is not about who's related to who anymore. It's bigger than that now because at the end of the day, I'm always reflect the legacy. Because of what I've done, I can become a soccer player, anything. When they look me up, I'm always attached to that, certain things. So now at this point now, it's just to do nothing but righteousness and try to walk on a thin line so I won't end up in another situation. And that's what it's truly about. It's not about slandering this, who's slandering that. People just don't want to see it successful. But, God's willing something to change. And that's what I'm working on right now.
Wow, that's actually not. I cannot believe that was the one. That I'm actually shocked by that answer. To be honest with you. But I will, with full honesty and respectfully, way to ask you is, why does everyone call you a scam artist that uses the music to lure people into this alleged, quote unquote, alleged scams? Like, can you at least don't, if you can't list them all, at least can you list them a little bit? Like, at least from your perspective.
I mean, it's just from, like, how can I put it, like, I really can't, like, I don't know where to really go with it, it's really on a level where, people are just not used to certain moves. If it's not in your reality, you're gonna see it's fraudulent. But when you have your own destiny and you think of certain things that people wouldn't think of, and you do things that certain things people can't accomplish, then it's not realistic to them. So it becomes a delusion to them, and they think that it's fraudulent, which they say it's a scam. So that's the reason why they call it a scam. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just like, it's not realistic because you're not in front of it. Like, if you were to tell a person, like, it's like a person would underestimate who you are and who you're connected to. And even if you told them who you're connected to, they wouldn't believe you. And then when you bring it in front of them, the situation, they still wouldn't believe it. And you'll still have to critique it. So at the end of the day, they're always going to throw rocks at you. You got to be prepared. They threw rocks at everybody. So they crucified, as they said, the beliefs of Christians, they believe they crucified Jesus. I don't believe that, but, so it's just politics, which I really don't tap into like that. So.
Right. I mean, I feel though is that the thing was that I was shocked that you got sentenced and you got yourself screwed up into it. I was a little bit shocked and surprised that because I actually saw it on the television when you got sentenced and whatnot, and the way they handcuffed you. I think that the whole situation should have gone. Excuse my language here. I think they should have got another way around. But I think that in my opinion about the whole thing was that I think that was pure bullshit. How they haven't given you a chance to really fully explain to the judge. And I think it's just a little bit of a judgment error, I believe.
Of course, man. Of course.
And I'm gonna switch it up a little bit of these last two questions. And is that while you were in incarceration, and how much did you in terms of your physically and mentality and spiritually within the person within yourself, how much you had to go see the light before you realize, okay, this is real. Okay, I have to work this out, and I have to make certain changes to not just in my life, not just in my work, but my life and how I appear to people. Can you at least explain that a little bit? I mean, I know that I kept saying that, but I think that a lot of people should hear this from you, since it's been a long time. It's been 4 years, and a lot of people are eager to hear what you have to say. And I believe.
I mean, excuse my voice a little bit too. I got a little cold, but
you're fine.
I'm also under the weather. But yeah, I mean, it's just I really can't even fathom it still, because it was unrealistic when it happened. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I really don't want to glorify the situation of the negativity. I'd rather shed light when it's time. But I mean, it was a quite beautiful experience. I needed it because I was able to evaluate myself and get to know myself. I think it was college to me. It was just like a script. It was like college and the army put together. Right. So I actually got a chance to actually sit back and study, create new things, write lyrics, and take my time without rushing, no responsibilities.
Wow. I think that's the most greatest things that a lot of people should hear, because not a lot of people actually got the time and actually sit down and actually understand what they have until it's too late. If you agree with that sentiment.
Mm-hmm. Yes, man.
And for me, like I said, along with TJ, privately, I would say, me and him agreed that certain, I didn't mention your name, by the way, but I said certain people in their lifetime have not understand what it's like to have everything until they lost it, and they took advantage.
Of course. It's just, I mean, that's the lesson. That's the lesson of life. It's definitely the lesson of life.
Yeah.
I mean, but like I said, man, they for the ones that know me personally, mm-hmm. they'll understand why I am the way I am. So.
Well, this last question is very simple, but yet, it's very much a little bit more explanatory, because I think that this one question is that not a lot of people know how to answer this question. But if you have only one wish, what kind of wish would it be and why?
I mean, I really don't have no wishes. It's just, like I told you, I'm just content with life, man. If everything stopped right now, I would be content with it. I would be absolutely fine, because this is what God ordained. This is what He made it to be. So I'm comfortable in my position right now. I'm just an artist, literally, from a town from Boston, Massachusetts. That's what they really would say. So it's all in all, I feel like whatever's next is just a blessing to begin with. When I'm at my full capacity, when I'm back to 100%, a lot of stuff I gotta work on. I gotta get myself together. But once I'm back together, mentally all the way, and I'm ready to step in the studio, I'm definitely gonna create something new. The people are gonna love it.
Right.
Listeners are definitely gonna love it.
Absolutely. And I believe that the world should hear more from you, not just the music, but in general, because I believe that a lot of people should hear like good examples, especially kids who are now just a little bit discovering who you are a little bit. Like my niece, even though she's 4 years old, she was asking who you are. I said, "Oh, that's Mr. Gepetto Jackson." She go, "Wow, he's talented." I'm like, "You don't even know who he is." and yet she'll be dancing your music and stuff. And I think that as one of the most impactful things that you have done so far. Even if you don't really know me or my family too long, and yet you already have impacted everyone. Whatever is the good and the bad.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. And I can't really say a lot, because the thing about it is that actions and the content of their characters speaks louder than words.
Mm-hmm.
And so I believe that if we all come together in all for one in unity, I think that the whole world could be a really good place, But we have to take one step at a time. Just like you say, we have to take one step at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So, so the end of the whole interview is that, do you think that the whole world is ready for Gepetto Jackson, or you think that you gotta wait maybe like 1 or 2 years?
No, I mean, it's definitely the timing. It's just the preparation. I think like towards the end, probably like the end of the summer, fall season. Mm-hmm. The fall season is going to be here. So when we do
right. Well,
so when fall comes, I think I'll be ready.
Right. And we will see what Gepetto Jackson of today has to offer, and we all cannot wait to hear from you musically.
Of course.
And maybe someday, maybe sometime in the fall or so, me and you can work on some music and stuff like that.
Hey, possibly.
Yeah.